Hello. Oh, hey. Do we? These other mics will be turned on later. I'm guessing, right? Sound guys, wherever you are. I'm looking. Where are they? There's nobody working sound here. Okay. What an interesting room. It's kind of wide, which is good because you get a fairly close-up view, right? If you're even in the back row, you still see most of my mannerisms. I'll just try to be extra big and, so you can see in the back. Play to the back of the house. Okay. Everyone having a fun time at Dragon Con? Trek Track's second Deep Space Nine panel. Who was not at the last Deep Space Nine panel? By a show of hands. Wow. So you guys are itching to see these guys then, aren't you? Okay. Who was here at the other panel? Okay, a smattering of people here. All right. Well, this year is amazing because it is Dragon Con's 30th anniversary, right? 30 years Dragon Con is celebrating. And Star Trek is celebrating 50 years. For those of you who know me, I usually have a booth in the Vendors Mart where we have t-shirts for sale. But this year, at the Walk of Fame, I have the 50th anniversary t-shirt saying 50 years, hundreds of missions, a galaxy of memories, still boldly going in Spock blue to commemorate Mr. Nimoy. So this is what we'll have down there. And for the fun and whimsical, of course, Captain Proton shirt. So these are what we have at the Walk of Fame at my booth. So if you're interested, come on down and they will be available. But without further ado, for those of you who have been waiting in line this whole time, let's bring them out. Let's bring them out both at the same time, okay? So let's have Bashir and Nog walk out at the same time. Let's go, guys. Come on now. Aron Eisenberg. And Alexander Siddig. We're going to do the con right here. Okay, this is an inside joke. These two were riffing off of each other at the prior panel. They love each other though. Where are okay, there's Garrett.
Are we using these?
No, you're right here. You're over here. You go, yeah. Musical chairs. There's your name.
They won't see with this mic in front of them.
Can these turn on?
We don't need a mic. You can hear me, yeah? That's what you do for a living. That's what you do now for a living. I haven't had a job.
Oh, is it?
It's working. Thank God.
It starts working when he goes, I haven't had a job.
Who's the sound guy? I'll pay you 10 later.
Good luck signing this stuff.
I think we're just going to do this the whole time.
And we just get up and talk for a second.
Well, I'm not going to sit down because you can't.
Hey. What is that? First thing I thought, it's a Pokeball. What? He brought a Pokeball up. It's a camera?
I think it's a camera. It's like a GoPro.
Oh, okay. Hey, 360-degree camera.
So, 360-degree camera, I have a question for you.
Oh, I thought you were going to continue with that thought process.
No, that was the extent of my improv. I know that you guys hear you.
They didn't hear you. See?
I think they took a nap too. I took a nap. You're late, and thank you for coming. We all appreciate you being here today. It's been a great panel. Sorry you guys missed it.
We didn't get to finish our questions last time.
Thank you. That's much better.
Because I feel like I'm in trouble.
No, we're good. Yes, we didn't finish. Well, let's finish that first, because I feel bad. I kind of cut somebody off. We ran out of time. Who's the fan? What was the question? Oh, that's right. He doesn't like me touching him. So those are the people that were here last time. He's always like,
no, it's really a joke. I promise. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Yeah, I was in the middle of answering a question when Garrett cut me off. This is a very strange microphone.
Repeat the question.
Do
you remember the question?
It's such a Monty Python skit to be like leaning over the whole time.
It's okay. You want them to hear. They're okay if seeing us leaning over. It's okay.
Regular microphone.
This is so bizarre.
Now you can put like here, like your Britney Spears.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Where's my camera?
Britney Spears now.
Do the Britney Spears thing.
It's over. It's gone. The moment's gone.
I missed it.
He's uncomfortable impersonating Britney Spears.
The actors from Voyager, they're just not as quick sometimes.
Oh my. You're funny. I'm gonna tell you that. Aron Eisenberg.
Thank you.
Yes.
Just don't touch me. Not on stage. So, the question. I just like how
The
you,
question?
I like how you drank it. But all I said was the question. So, stembles. We were talking about moments on Deep Space Nine, I believe.
Stimble.
Stembles, self-sealing. And I believe, before I was cut off,
Oh yeah, what was the most complicated line you ever had to say?
that wasn't the question though, but I was, yeah. This gentleman knows exactly what the question is.
Were you here? It was your question?
Well, then you don't get another one.
Wait, what was the question?
I know what the question.
I want to know. I don't know.
It's taking so much longer to get to the answer, and yesterday, you guys made fun of me that I talked too much.
Over to you. Over to you.
I'm sorry. Go.
We know the questions.
I'll let you go.
guys at the
Okay,
other
who was here that had the question yesterday? Because I don't remember.
We will never get started. This is never.
Oh, we've just begun. We've just begun. Just wanted to yell it like that.
Yeah, I like it.
That's why I usually only do a walk-on stage. I can't do more than that. So, Stemble. So, I was talking about that they gave me a line. I know who can tell us what self-sealing stembles are, which is a tongue twister for even people without extra teeth put into their mouth. So, I was saying that I think the writers did it on purpose, but I'll never know if that's true. So anyway, so it's the second, third season. I think it's, no, first or second. So like I said yesterday, I always was afraid that they were going to kick me off the show if I didn't do good. So I have the line. I have to put this down, and I just can't.
Use this.
Oh, can you both do this one?
Just keep that.
That's great. Thank you. I feel. Oh, but this one has to be closer because it's a different type of line.
Go like that.
No, I'm okay. I'll survive. Ooh. Okay. So, were you jealous?
I don't know what is happening right now.
So Les Landau.
Les Landau, a director Les Landau. Yes.
That is correct. Thank you. Thank you for that. He's sitting over there, and Sirach and I are almost like this doing the scene. The camera has one movement that goes across this way. And so take one. Wait, I know who can tell us what self... It's okay, I got it. Take 6. Wait, I know who can tell us what self-sealing... That's what Sirach did. He laughed, probably around take 6. Les, not laughing so much. Les was the director.
The director, yes, of the episode, yes. I call him Uncle Les.
Okay, that's nice. I never had nicknames for directors. Yeah, okay, that's nice.
This is not the Voyager abuse panel. This is the panel of Deep Space Nine.
Did you think it was the Voyager abuse panel?
I thought...
Voyager?
Yes! I thought yesterday was the DS9 panel, and today...
If we haven't got anything, we have no material if we can't abuse
Yeah.
Voyager.
I don't know what else to do.
We've got hours of abuse for Voyager.
Yes!
Oh, I feel like...
Weren't you all here for the abuse of Voyager panel? You have a lot of fans. See how many people didn't clap? That's great. Back to the question.
Yes, I know that. This is the longest question ever. Go. Finish it up.
This is why he cut me off yesterday.
Bring it home, baby.
Okay, all right,
Bring
I'm
it
almost there.
Okay.
Take 12. Wait, I know who can tell us what self-sealing stembles are. Oh my God. Jake. Cut! I said it!
Jake didn't
starts
have...
cracking up.
Oh no.
All he had to say was, what? What? Are you serious? He goes, I didn't think you were gonna get it. wait, I know who can tell us what self-sealing stumbles are.
What?
We finished the scene. 19 takes. I thought I was very stressed out that day.
Okay.
Sid, did you ever have a 19 take, 17 or 19 takes?
I don't remember that, no.
Never.
I don't remember that.
Right.
No, if I had problems with the lines, I would write them on a piece of paper and pin them to someone's costume.
Yeah.
And I would just read them.
You're so random.
Did you really do that?
I did.
I was
Sorry.
I was wondering why every time we started a scene, you would go, "Hey, how you doing, Aaron?" I always wondered. I thought, "Gosh, she's so friendly." So nice.
No, I agree with you, but I just want to say we're brothers in arms because I did this exact same thing, but at my operations console, I taped it and I put it right there. So I was reading it, right? Just like you, Tim Russ walked past me one day and he goes, "You cheater." There's this sort of like judging Vulcan look that he gave me, like I'm Vulcan and I'm judging you. You cheater! How dare you write a lot of your lines down and stick them up on your console? How dare you! 2 weeks later, I walked past his console. His are typed out. Okay, they're typed out. I'm like, yeah, cheater. So,
Yeah.
You never.
I did it twice.
Two
And
times.
The first time, the person I was talking, I think it was Terry Farrell, and the first time she just walked off with my lines.
You literally put it on their
Finished
uniform.
the sentence.
Oh my God. You've never done that though, right?
You don't have to. He doesn't have to.
No.
He's a mind like an encyclopedia.
He is. I just
Eating memory.
It's amazing, but I want to.
More.
I'm gonna keep patting in the back.
Face this way.
You're the
I'm just
only.
gonna be hunched over this whole panel.
I'm gonna open
I
up.
feel like I'm sad or I'm depressed.
Aaron, you shouldn't be just sad or depressed because you were the only Deep Space Nine cast member to show up and guest star in a Voyager episode.
Am I? I thought Jeff was in. I think there were some others that.
I don't think
no?
so. No.
No.
Who?
No. Where did Sid go?
I'm here because we need to.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Oh, we got people
that's
in
right.
wings.
I should have known that. I bought my Lobi. Oh, he's trying to sell me the Lobi crystals. Remember that? And I didn't. Okay, I should have known.
But
You're the
you know,
second.
but
You're
the-
the second.
But the problem is that.
Deep Space Nine.
Who was the actor? Oh,
Armin.
Armin, yeah. But you probably had all the stickies around his face.
He did.
For your lines.
I did.
So he didn't know. You didn't know it was him.
I didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
That's it.
You thought it was Sticky
But
Man.
let's see. You were the main guest star. Armin had one scene in Voyager. You had a whole thing.
I did.
With
I did
Beltran.
initiations, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Talk
I
about
remember
that.
you were very upset that you didn't get to work with me as
I
much.
was
Yeah.
very upset.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? That really cool guy on Deep Space Nine. I just wish he would be my friend.
Well, maybe that's why you really came over in year 7.
I came over year 7.
And you just said, you know what? I won't be too aggressive. I'll say hi to Nikki first, and maybe he'll get the hint that I really want to be friends with him.
Oh no!
That wasn't it?
No, I came over before. I thought we'd met before that time.
We did. I'm just teasing.
You're just messing with me.
Of course.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, that was the answer to my question. How long did that take? It took a good 10 minutes. 10 minutes yesterday, 10 minutes today.
Okay.
Do I have another panel tomorrow?
And you wonder why we were cut off like yesterday?
Yeah.
No, I don't wonder. I knew exactly why.
Do we have a Q&A microphone here at all? No.
No, you know, I like this. This is so silly. It's
I
funny.
think we have something.
No, this is comedy right
Moving
here.
around.
This the whole
And
time.
we have this lovely lady doing
Garrett.
sign language for us
Garrett.
here in the front. Thank you very much for your help.
Garrett,
Yes.
this is the Q&A.
That's the Q&A mic. Oh, so we're supposed to use it this way. Oh.
These are what at maximum?
Those are alive and those are all at maximum volume.
These are at max volume. Okay.
I need more. More. Give me more, man.
Wait, what's the sign for more?
Well, I was hoping-
More. That's how you say more in sign language.
Oh.
Yeah, just gonna help you out there.
Thank you.
But
I didn't know.
I'm just curious. I'm gonna be very juvenile. Excuse me. Fart. Oh, that's cute. It just opens right up.
It's kind of like the cheek.
It is. Fart. 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 Okay, that's enough. All right.
That's enough.
Thank you. And at this point, people
Sid-
start
Sid
leaving.
is going-
Toilet humor begins.
Sid is going, are we done yet?
Let's get questions. Okay, this young lady right here. My Asian sister, stand on up. Go ahead. Yeah.
First, show us the sign for fart.
Show us the sign for fart.
Everybody must know that before they leave today.
Come on, I would rather say that in Chinese.
Oh, please do.
Okay, no, this is how you say fart in Chinese. It's fang pi.
Mine is better, fang pi.
Fang pi.
Fung pee. You fung pee.
Her pronunciation she just schooled me. The Asian.
Who would have
I'm
thought?
the American-born Chinese. This is the Chinese-born Chinese. She's like, I said, it's fang pi. She says, no, it's fang pi. Like that. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, pretty much you got wrecked.
Yeah, I did. She went, she just slapped me.
With fang pi.
She's like, you think you're
slapped
really a Chinese person? You can't even pronounce it. You're so far away from the old country. I slap you. Sorry, go ahead. What's your question?
And she farted.
And she farted.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
对不起.
First of all, thank you very much for being here. It's really a privilege to meet you all.
I'm really not sure where I am.
And so, my question, and also, and Aaron,
Yes.
thank you very much for the awesome stand-up you did with your friendly dad last month in Vegas. And that's like the best panel ever.
Oh, thank you. In Vegas this last year? Yes.
Last month.
With Rom, right?
Last month.
Last month.
Yes, last month. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't specific.
Okay, and so Sid, I'm your big fan, and
Thank you.
I know
I'm bigger. just say it. Sorry, I don't. I'm just gonna lean over.
Continue.
Continue.
Continue. You're interrupting her.
You directed 2 episodes in Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Both of them are friendly episodes, and all of us know friendly episodes are awesome. And
Wait, what was that? I didn't hear that quite clearly. One more time.
so my question is, how did it feel to direct your colleague in Deep Space Nine? And also, Aaron, is there anything Sid messed up? And feel free to roast him. Thank you.
We were talking about this yesterday.
Yes, we were.
Okay, if you have
No,
already
it wasn't in
answered
the panel.
that.
We were talking about it privately.
Oh, okay.
In the bathroom.
We can
First thing that came to my head. You said private. I think. What's the most? Okay, sorry.
You're in timeout right now.
I apologize for it there.
You have 3 minutes in timeout. All right, 1 minute. I'll give you 1 minute. Just because I like you. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Back to the serious discussion we were having.
That was not 1
I feel
minute.
like I'm upstaging you back there. 'Cause you
You are.
Thank
But
you.
it was great fun. We had good fun. I'm going to try and get this in quick before he comes up with something else to say. Frankies are brilliant to work with because they're just all comedy actors, basically, except for him. I got into a lot of trouble with the second episode called Profit and Lace because it was meant to be very funny and I turned it into not very funny. I thought it was a tragedy. And they never let me direct again after that. But the first one, they thought I did a really good job. So I never directed after Profit and Lace because I really screwed it. Literally with a screwdriver, you know. There were lots of scenes where Quark and his mum were having really passionate things and beating each other up. And I thought that I made them explore the dark side of a mother-son relationship. And they couldn't understand in the office why I was turning this comedy into this weird drama. And no other director would get away with it. But because they couldn't fire me, they just went, we'll have to deal with this. And they tried to make a good thing out of it. I don't think Profit and Lace was a really good show. And I say that even though I was the director, because so many people messed with it by the time it got to the end. They should have left it as I'd done it. It would have been quite funny.
Explain what you were saying to me yesterday about how they tried to fix it, because I found that very interesting. I'm not trying to be funny.
No. It wasn't that interesting. But I was the first edit. So the director on Star Trek, they do the first edit with the assistant editor, and then 4 more people edit the show after that. And by the time you get to the end, it's just no one understood what was being said at the first edit. And the thing was just garbled nonsense. And you should ask Armin about it when you next talk to him, whenever that is, and probably quite soon. Armin's on these comes to conventions, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Talk to Armin. He will tell you it was his his least favourite episode in the whole of Star Trek, ever. And I directed it.
But what I mean by that, it was interesting, is you made a choice, and I was asking you, so did you make, like, was it camera choices? And you articulated to me that in how you wanted the actors to portray the lines, the scenes that they were doing.
That's all I got as a director.
Right. Yes, that's true. Because in Star Trek, they were very specific in how it was shot. So you didn't really have a lot of choices in how you wanted to shoot it. But what I thought was interesting is they didn't like what you had the actors do.
Yeah.
So they tried to make it, I would say, bring more comedy through the editing, which is what messed it all up, right?
Ira Roberts thought it was the funniest show he'd ever written. And so he was so furious that I had destroyed his funny show. I didn't think so. I didn't think it was funny at all. And that was the problem. I got into a big fight with the director of photography, Jonathan West. And it was such a big fight that he stormed off set.
Oh my God.
And he had to be found in the car park. Producer came from the office to come and make sure that everything was okay, because the people were leaving. It was a meltdown. And it was all about one scene in Quark's bar where it was meant to be very dim. And I kept asking Jonathan, because he was the director of photography, to make it dimmer. And I said, this is too light. This is way too light in here. I don't think this is dark enough. And he said, I know what is dark enough. And he does. He's a director of photography, been working for years. But I still insisted, as this 29-year-old, annoying, precocious man, I knew better than him. So we had a huge fight, and he left. So it was one of the most dramatic scenes in the making of Star Trek. But no one ever talks about it because it was me.
Until now.
Until now. Because finally we can get this ghost out of the cupboard. Have I mixed my metaphors?
Yes, maybe skeleton out of the closet. But
Ghost
out of the cupboard, same thing. Ghost hanging in the cupboard.
Ghost into the bucket.
Skeletons hanging in the closet.
Okay.
Ghouls in the bathroom.
Ghouls in the bathroom. I should have used ghouls.
Yes, ghouls in the bathroom is huge, especially in Atlanta. I was kidding, in case you were believing me.
I'm mesmerized right now.
We can
watching
move on.
YouTube.
We can move on.
I have a question about that. Did you read the script?
Are you kidding?
Okay, no, let's preface this. What happened yesterday? Yesterday we talked about how during the show, Sid was so...
In about season 5.
He was so into computer gaming program, just gaming. He was gaming left and right that he didn't even read the entire script. He would read where his lines were and that was it. He didn't go any further because he had to devote all of his time to gaming, which I never knew.
That was just gaming.
Just gaming. New to me entirely. I'm shocked actually. I'm like, oh my God.
But you had stickies on your console.
I didn't have stickies on my console. No? I took the black electrician's tape and I took silver Sharpie and I wrote my lines.
Oh, that's much better. That's much. Oh, I was so confused for a minute. I'm much better now. Much better.
This is the DS9 panel, please. Thank you. Okay.
You brought it up. It's all fair game now.
Over there.
Wait, I didn't say one thing. I loved working with Sid. I was only in one scene with, I think, or two.
We had fun.
Yeah, and what I enjoyed most is the energy that he brought on, and it was a lot of fun. It made it really relaxing and really easy to work. Sometimes directors are very antisocial. They'll just sit in the back and make their decisions, and you never really interact with them. But I actually specifically remember being in one of the corridors, and I think I came into work, and you just had such a big smile on your face. And hey, it's great to see you, and it makes it fun. And when it's fun, it's 100 times better.
We did have fun shooting the shows. Yeah. It's just afterwards, all hell got, you know. So I was the only one who had to carry the can for that. So they never saw me direct again.
What were the names of the 2 episodes again?
The second one was Profit and Lace. That was the one that went
south.
Pear-shaped. Yeah.
Okay.
The first one I can't remember the name of. Was what?
Prisoners of...
Business as usual. Exactly.
Okay. That was the other one? Okay.
That was actually pretty good.
Right.
That was a pretty good episode. That was with Lawrence Tierney,
yeah.
Who was, I don't know if anyone anyone here knows Lawrence Tierney. He was an actor who was probably in his 80s, maybe his early 90s. He came on set, he was Dillinger in the 1947 Hollywood movie Dillinger, black and white, no sound. Or maybe there was sound, I don't know. But it was a really, really old film. And he was cast as one of the bad guys in Business as Usual. And the first day, this was my first day directing any TV. I directed a lot of theatre. I got a call from the wardrobe department saying, Sid, could you come to the wardrobe department? We'd love you to meet Lawrence. And I was like, sure, yeah. And I left my office, which was just a table with paper and post-it notes everywhere and nothing else. No phone.
Not electrical tape?
Nothing. It was a terrible office they gave me. And I ran down to the wardrobe department, my first job as a director, and I walked into the wardrobe and Bob Blackman, who was the head of the costume department, met me at the door and was like, Sid, I think you need to just come with me. Lawrence is, maybe you should see for yourself. So he parted the curtain and Lawrence was sitting there. He's a lovely gentleman in his chair, and he was like this. And there was a young man whose name I can't remember, but it was his son, who was his sort of assistant for the day. And his son was like, "Hi, lovey, nice to meet. I'd love you to meet my father. He's really happy to be here." And I was like, "Lawrence, great." I pull up a chair. It's like, "So, how are you? Are you looking forward to this?" "I'm really looking forward to this." And he's just like this. And Bob Batman took me back out and was like, "Lawrence, he had a stroke yesterday." Oh. And he's our lead actor. So I went, "Nice to meet you, Lawrence." I walked outside, I got on the phone to the office, and I was like, "Lawrence Tinney had a stroke yesterday. Do you know that?" "Oh yeah, we know that, yeah." "Okay, so how is he going to say all these lines?" "Oh, you'll find a way." And his son, bless him, said, "He's going to be great. He can't talk now. Left side of his face is a little weird, but he's going to be fine. We've got 3 days. I'll get him into shape." This is real. This is a real story. And we started filming. And I was I had another actor called Stephen Burkoff, who was really famous, actually, and had quite a reputation for being a wild child, quite difficult to work with, quite hot-headed, could really fly off at the handle at people. Stephen Burkoff was no problem. I could deal with 10 Stephen Burkoffs. He ended up being charming, actually. Lawrence did get his act together. He did figure out he was talking. We had a big dinner table scene, but he couldn't remember more than 2 words. After 2 words, he would stop. So I went under the table, down here, looking into Lawrence's crotch, and I had a script, and I was saying, "They're coming tomorrow to land for," and he would go, "They're coming tomorrow to land. They're going to land in Dock B. They're going to land. Who is the director here?" And I would crawl out from between his legs and be like, "That's me, yes. I'm reading you. Thanks." He didn't actually just say who's the director, he used massive expletives. Who's the director here? Anyway, this carried on for the whole show. It was called Business as Usual. So you'll see there's a dinner table scene, and you'll see it's cut with Lawrence not saying more than 2 or 3 words before we cut away and talk to someone else.
Wow.
It was quite an experience.
You should have had me come and give him the lines.
I would have loved for you to be between his legs instead of
you would have been between his legs.
I'm always trying to get there.
Okay, that's good. Sid, this whole time I'm sitting here, I'm hearing most of what you're saying, but the other times I'm just like mesmerized by the British accent. I think most Americans are always like, "Huh? Oh."
We don't.
That's nice.
We don't understand. Yeah. We love the American accent. Well, some of the
really?
American accent.
You love the American
accent? We actually love the Southern American accent.
Oh!
It's one of the things. It's a really weird thing. We all like do it, kind of, well, not really anymore, but, when I was young.
Okay, here's a Southern thing. This is when you're asking your friends, "What's up? What's going on?" You say, "Hey, what are y'all fixing to do?" That's how you say it.
Okay.
What are y'all fixing to do?
So what are you all fixing to do?
Yeah.
I I think we should have another question before
Yes,
we
we should.
extend
Let's do that.
for
Let's do that. Let's get to the question. Who's got the microphone? Okay, over there. Yes.
Thank you guys so much for coming. The question yesterday that I wanted to follow up on was that Deep Space Nine was a lot about relationships. The Jake Sisko Nog relationship and Bashir O'Brien, and to a different degree, Bashir and Garrick. And I was just wondering, well, yesterday Mr. Eisenberg was talking about his relationship with Sirach in real life. I was wondering what Mr. Siddig's relationship was with those two actors in real life, if any of the relationships from the show ended up extending into real life in any way.
Yeah, we had pretty real relationships, both Colin and Andy. Andy and I are still probably close to being best friends. We talk all the time, whenever they're in France, where they had a place in France. I'm following you going back, by the way. Just talking, I like to actually answer you. I don't know.
Sit down, just sit down.
Did he go over there because the microphone was over there?
Yeah.
Okay, slowly.
Yeah, our runner quit.
Good.
No.
Yeah, Warner quit. He said, I'm not working for that little guy.
Little the guy, yeah.
No, he said little. He didn't say the other.
He didn't say that.
Yeah, he was very angry.
We had terrific relationships. I could never get through a question, not with these guys.
No, you transitioned to him moving, so...
It's true, it's true,
Okay,
it's true. Colin Meaney, I had a bit of a relationship. We had a great relationship too, but it was more of a drinking relationship. We would really on St. Patrick's Day, we would hire a limousine and go to every Irish pub in Los Angeles.
What?
Just the two of us.
Whoa! I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that limo.
I was a lightweight. I'm a lightweight now. I was a lightweight then.
Oh my
I was asleep on the settee in the car. The sofa in the car after the first place.
Oh my
and he'd be like, come on, we're going in. I was like, all right. What am I going to get you? I'll have the same as the last place. Right, good. You're going to have a whiskey and a pint of beer.
Oh my god.
So he destroyed me. But he used to play a practical joke on me. There was a place called the Formosa in Los Angeles. It's a kind of famous bar, which was Irish. And he took me in there. First time he took me in there, he said, why don't you go and get the drinks? Go on, go on, you get the drinks. And I was like, all right, I'll have a beer and get whatever you like, and here's $10. I was like, all right. So I took the bucks to the bar, and I went to the bar and said, I'd like a couple of beers, please. That'd be terrific. And the barman leant over his bar and looked at me and said, we don't serve your effing kind here. And I was like, ooh, okay. About this. So I went back to Colin and said, these guys are pretty racist. I've got a feeling that if you go up, white guy, you might get the drinks. He's like, it's not because you're black, it's because you're English. They don't serve English people in that bar.
Wow.
Any other colour is fine.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You should have come in with a southern accent, then you would have got served.
How are you fixing your...
What are y'all fixing to do?
Or you say, I'm fixing for a beer.
I should have said that, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's the answer to your question.
Thank you. Okay, how about a question in this? Oh, there you go. You found someone else. Hello.
Hi, can you hold this for me for a second? Okay, on the subject of farts, I just have to say, I always bring this with me because you never know when it's going to come in handy. It's great for playing practical jokes, like I give it to actors to put under their friend's autograph table.
Wow. Excuse me, you have your own portable whoopee cushion?
That is genius.
We have to take one of these with us everywhere we go.
That was my question. That goes with you everywhere you go?
Pretty much. Especially to conventions. It's really, I've made a lot of friends this way.
You make friends. I'd like to meet those friends.
Hey, I honor this woman here. I think this is wonderful.
I didn't say it wasn't.
You're street urchin, aren't you? Hi.
Do you, now when you're on the elevator, and you know, these elevators, and
It's beautiful. Elevators,
tons of people.
bathrooms,
really good
shopping malls, you know, in the aisle.
Yeah.
People are wondering where to come from.
That's
But
wonderful.
now everyone knows it's you. No, just the people in here.
Right, so you guys can use this later if you want. Trick over.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank
That's
you.
a very kind thing.
I do have a question.
Yes.
If Dr. Bashir were to play a practical joke on Garrett, what would it be?
Practical joke on Garrett?
Yeah, really get him good.
Wait, Garrett the tailor or Garrett the moderator?
Oh, good question.
The tailor. The Cardassian.
Garrett the Kardashian.
They were talking about relationships.
I get it. But I heard my name, so I had to ask.
No, it was Garrett.
Garrett.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Okay, I have hearing problems. Thank you.
Practical joke on Garrett, what would it be? The cruelest thing I could do would probably be to sneak into his quarters and get under the covers. And wait for him to get home. And then just go, psych!
Upset that you ran away, though?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We had a thing, he and I. It never really took off. It was all promise.
That was season 8.
No, believe me, there was a lot of literature. Took it right there.
Thank you. Another question? Hi.
Somebody said, Quark said something, I was talking to Garrett in another episode about root beer and the Federation and about how it's cloying and insidious and whatever. And I was wondering if anyone ever thought that sometimes Star Trek, the series itself, in all of its various iterations, seems a little bit sanitized.
Deep question.
Simply, it's like Farscape was really kind of revolutionary to me anyway, because it was kind of gross. Like when you're dealing with other aliens, I mean, Dax talks about, oh, you can see a skull, and it's like, okay, big deal. You're not thinking about the body odors and the slime and the trippy and the, and that, I think that occurred to me as much as I'm a huge Trekkie and have been my whole life, and will be till the day I die. It's still really sanitized. I mean, what were your thoughts?
Good question. You go, Aaron.
Go ahead, Aaron.
What was the question?
Are you being serious or
A
are you being
little bit,
sarcastic?
I heard sanitized, and then they went, ooh,
Star Trek in all its different variations seems a bit sanitized in her books. And Farscape was a show which was life-changing in that it was...
Because it was dirty?
Well, it really kind of pushed the edge there, and it was shot in Australia of all places. Australian sci-fi.
Those Aussies,
Those Aussies, good on you.
So the question is, why was...
Did you think it was a little sanitized?
Sanitized.
Or did you think it was a little, did you think it had been reduced into a sort of easier to swallow?
So much pressure.
More humanoid aliens than globby aliens.
Yeah. I mean, I think that stuff's changing, isn't it? They're talking about changing all of that. There's going to be a lot more aliens in the new one, and a lot more unusualness.
I guess, to be honest, my back is going to hurt after today. I guess I've never really thought about it, to be absolutely honest with you. I didn't watch the other shows, so I didn't really compare necessarily compare and go, oh, well, they're this and we're that. Thinking about it right now, I guess you would have to go back to the beginning of the original series and Gene Roddenberry's beginning vision of what he wanted. And when somebody creates something, I don't think they think, well, 20 years or so, or 10, 15 years, they're going to change it, and another show is going to come on and be, a lot more grittier, or a lot more X, Y, or Z, so I should do this. I think he probably said, I have an idea, and I'm going to put it forward, and this is what I want to do, and it's in the late 60s, so you have a lot of other things you're probably dealing with that I would say many of us aren't sure exactly what they were dealing with at that time, and especially when you're breaking grounds with race, diversity, and I think that was his main goal. So if you have that as the beginning, as the foundation, all the other shows that are going to come after it are going to do its best to stay within those parameters and keep that blood, the lifeline going. Keep it as much in that vein as they possibly can, and not go, all of a sudden, we're going to go over here and do what J.J. Abrams did. Just kidding. If I can interrupt, I think yeah.
in a strange way, the original show was far less sanitized than some of the subsequent shows. The original show was pretty raw and really unpredictable, and for its time, kind of crazy, off the wall. And they were doing things that no one had done before. And obviously there were the things that were now famous, the interracial relationships, etc., etc. But the kind of tongue-in-cheek way they approached a lot of the material, it became a lot less, it became more sanctimonious as the shows went on. So the Next Generation took it to another place altogether, and in a funny way it was a much more commercial, much more 80s style show with lots of glitz and really reflective of that period. And Deep Space Nine, in a funny way, was actually, I think, probably, in a weird way, a bit more like the original show. It was a bit more unpredictable, a bit darker, a bit more complicated. And then, commercial TV made for a studio is always going to be sanitized. It's always going to be scrubbed clean for the broadest possible audience. You know, you're not going to be able to say certain words, and these sort of things are going to happen. So shows like Farscape, which don't have quite a heritage to deal with, don't have to worry about that. They can just go, we're going to do whatever we like.
And they didn't, they were specifically asked not to shower on that set. And, that's not the way I roll, I like to set clean and have respect for my castmates and, do a good job.
Thank you for that. Deep question. And deep answers. Thank you.
Yeah, I think yours is
answers. Deep answers.
You were spot on.
I picked it up and I ran.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Do you mind if I speak with a British accent along with you?
Yes, I do actually.
Deep answers. What?
Deep answers.
Deep answers. All right.
We
Next
have
question.
that deep question, number 2.
So, my question actually kind of piggybacks off of that a little bit. In Star Trek, in the casting, there's been a lot of diversity. With the panel here today, there's a lot of diversity. And in Hollywood now, there's been a big issue, especially with whitewashing of Asian roles. And
I know.
I wanted to hear your thought on working with such a diverse cast, having people, rather than that kind of whitewashing Hollywood that we're dealing with now.
Sid?
What? Is that for me?
Yes, sir. Yes, it was directed to you.
I think it's really good. Actors like Garrett never work otherwise.
Is it harder to deal with now?
You guys should run for president and vice president. These two, right here. Alexander Siddig and Aron Eisenberg, your 2016 ticket.
No, you've got to praise Star Trek for hiring the diverse cast that they hired. And they went out of their way to do that. They made sure that they got a multicolored ethnic group of people they could together and put them on screen. And that was way before anyone else was doing that stuff.
Yeah.
And
It's groundbreaking.
Fantastic.
It's groundbreaking.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't be working if it wasn't for them. And
No.
there's a whole bunch of us who would say the same thing.
I will be talking like this with a Hong Kong accent, delivering Chinese food to your door, and some guest star, some CSI program. I try to deliver the Chinese food, and someone killed me. They have to.
I would be killing you.
You would kill me, and I
shoot you in the face.
shoot me in the face because
and you'd be interrupting
you are this terrorist person, and then I am on the floor with a chopped outline around my body. Two chopsticks stuck in my eyes, right through my brain. It's horrible. These type of things, this is what I would be related to. I would be doing this type of acting job without Star Trek. Allah Akbar, and then, oh, you just killed me.
Or just build a wall. It wasn't a political statement. I'm just saying, they got their things.
Let's go to another question, guys. Okay. Over here.
All right, real quick. This question's for Aaron, but real quick for Sid. I ran into Daniel Craig a couple days ago, and many of the things I shouldn't have said to him, I told him that my favorite Bond was on DS9. So sure.
You said that to Daniel Craig, the actor playing the current Bond? You said my favorite.
Find Daniel Craig and
say that to him.
And what happened? You hung for the rest of the evening? They went for drinks and stuff. It was like, dude!
He mostly just didn't want me to be anywhere near him. I shouldn't have asked any question or anything, but that's why I said. My question's for Aaron, though. It's
I would love to play Bond, yes.
yeah. I just want to know if you have any stories about Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
You know, I get this question often, and I wish I had a better answer. I have nothing.
Did you work with him?
Yes, in Magnificent Ferengi.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. He has this huge rock and roll persona, you know, and he was so chill and just relaxing, and came up, did his lines, did his scenes, and sat back down, and there was really nothing. You know, we were bringing guitars out to him, you know, we would put him in different places in the set just to see if he would. No, we didn't do anything like
You
that.
didn't make a big deal about his shirt or anything?
What's that?
Like having to wear a shirt?
No, he wore his costume. He didn't take his shirt off. I asked him many times.
Was he a friend?
No, he was a Vorta.
He was a Vorta.
Yeah. You didn't read that script.
I didn't.
Yeah, okay. Vorta, those were they were like, well, yeah, gotcha. And it's funny, I just, like, my girlfriend was watching that episode just the other day, and I was watching him, and I'm like, oh, he's actually quite good. Because it's so long, I didn't have that much with him. But yeah, he was very professional. He came in and did his job, and I think Ira was really excited to get him. I think, does everybody know who Iggy Pop is, musically? Okay. But yeah, he was, you know, very professional, on time, did his job, said his lines. He didn't put any sticky notes or electrical tape on me, which is great. There are no big stories, unfortunately. Maybe I should try to make one up for next time.
Don't take any longer answering this question.
Moving on.
You can't take
thank
any
you so
longer.
much.
Your first one went on
I
forever.
have nothing to say.
You had a lot to say about Prophet and Lace.
I know, but
Hey!
We sometimes
Love each other.
Don't touch me.
Star Trek.
Stop touching me.
Okay, I won't touch you. They're hugging. Hey. That's cute. Hey,
Spooning would be a little hard though.
my man Bashir it looked like a lot of fun to film.
So back to Bond.
I really kind of wanted to see Q playing Q, you know, would have been interesting.
that's
Right? Like to have John Delancey as Q playing Q, right? You could have, they didn't go with that.
John Delancey probably turned us down.
He probably,
But John was like, no.
That is a good
I
idea.
don't think Q would do that. Okay, next question.
How's it going? This question is about Miles O'Brien and Dr. Bashir's relationship.
Yep.
There's a fan theory that they might have had a romantic relationship.
That is the straightest relationship in the galaxy.
So it's only my fan theory. My fan
That was good.
Sorry, carry on. Finish your
Yeah, I'm
sentence.
sorry, I interrupted you.
I missed the end of what you were
I guess that's just my personal fan fiction. I guess.
It's a little revealing, but yes. We should talk more about that.
There's fan fiction of everybody. Every character with each character combo is crazy. It's really nuts.
First off, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
All right, don't mean to cut you out, Alex, but this question is for Garrett and Aaron. You both recently did voice work for Star Trek Online.
Yes.
And I was curious about how that was. What was it fun work, and also how do you feel about the story fitting into the mythos of Star Trek?
Yeah, go ahead, Garrett. What?
You want me to go?
Sure, you want to
I thought it was
scissors
amazing.
for it?
Okay.
All right. Wait, I gotta switch hands. Yeah, it's on 3, man. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you go. Yeah, I did. They all saw that. Yeah.
Go. Oh, you're gonna make me go. Okay, fine. Anyone else play Star Trek Online in this room? If you haven't played this game, play this game. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, the graphics, the storyline. I think the writers could have written 4 Star Trek episodes just as easily. They were amazing. And when I got a chance to go in to reprise the voice of Ensign Kim and also Admiral Kim and another Kim voice, I had a lot of spoilers. Sorry, I had a lot of.
No, keep going. No, I was saying, did you do different accent for each Kim?
Yes.
Yes, that's awesome.
Your turn.
Oh no, I wasn't trying.
I'm done. Oh, that's it. I'm just saying.
I had like so much more to go.
No,
the way
I'm
of
trying-
your rhythm was.
I know, but the thing is, I'm trying to get this in quick because it's a Deep Space Nine panel, not a Voyager panel. And I just
Oh,
wanna
come
make
on,
sure.
you're here. It's fine.
All right, dude. We're wasting time.
But it's one show.
We are. We're like
wasting time.
No, we're not wasting time. We're not wasting time.
Wow, I guess so. That was a very... Yes, I loved the show. It was great. It was great. They called me. I did it. I loved it. I used my teeth.
Did you really put your teeth in to do the voiceover?
Yeah, don't ask me questions. We're wasting time. And it was wonderful. I was honored to be a part of it. I was so happy that the fans loved it. Thank you.
Yes, you did that good. This is going to be like speed lightning round. We have 9 minutes and we're going to get through all these people questions because their knees are probably hurting from like being in that
Loads
position.
of questions as well all around.
What is it?
It's worth it.
Go, young
So,
man.
I know that Star Trek and DS9 both deal with a lot of controversial issues like terrorism and gay rights and gender rights and whatnot. And I was wondering how that was on set and if any of your personal views changed and how you sort of dealt with those controversial issues.
Good question. There's a lot of segregation on our set, unfortunately, because we all had cubby holes. We all had little trailers that we all ran to. Afterwards. You know, I think a lot of times in our community, I don't think we really experience a lot of negative. We don't experience racism. I have to speak for myself. I haven't. And I'm not sure how to answer this question. I don't think the show necessarily demonstrated anything more to me than I had already believed in the sense of diversity and acceptance. And I tend to feel a lot for humanity. And a lot of times in the political landscape we have now, it's very disheartening and it hurts. A lot of the anger and a lot of the separation. And I've never felt that on a set amongst people that I've enjoyed everybody I've worked with. So I'm not 100% sure how to answer your question in the sense that I don't know if it broadened my horizons because I absolutely agreed with everything that I was living on the show or the shows before that. And everything that Star Trek promotes is exactly what I kind of believe already, if that makes sense. So I don't think I came from a place where I'm like, oh, now I understand, how not to behave or I should be more accepting of this. And I haven't experienced anybody who wasn't that way already. Very few people, I think, in our world behave that way, at least from my perspective. Although, I will say, as to the question earlier about how much diversity is in film and all the things that come up is a problem, and wage issues are problems that still need to be addressed. So I still think a lot of racism and all the things that we're fighting for are still occurring in Hollywood, so to speak. From my own experiences and the people I've been, I haven't experienced it that way. But, I actually, so that's the best way I think I could answer that.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. No, not at all. Not at all. Sir.
What were your favorite scenes to film, all three of you?
What were your favorite scenes to film, guys?
My favorite scene to film, I know this right off the top of my head, is my first scene meeting Garrett in one of the first episodes, where he's at the he comes to the replimat and I'm sitting there, and there's some kind of flour in my face, and I'm really nervous, and I just love that scene. And it was really my entrance to Star Trek. So I was so happy because I was just a kid from England who really, this was all like, wow, this is weird. I'm horrible. My goodness. I went into a shop and bought a car because I like the colour. That's how I bought a Chrysler LeBaron. I remember it well. I was walking down La Brea and I was like, that is a really neat colour. And I bought it.
A LeBaron?
That was my first car. I had it for 4 years.
English.
I was really jazzed.
Right?
We can see that.
You thought it was going to be like a Jaguar or something
No,
like that?
I got all my friends.
Chrysler LeBaron.
I got my friends from England. We drove to Vegas with the top down. We listened to Counting Crows. It was a very grungy period. Anyway,
I don't know if Counting Crows were grungy.
they're grunge. They're just
They're not
easy
grunge,
grunge.
man.
They're easy grunge.
There's not an easy grunge. I know that. There was Soundgarden. Counting Crows were not grunge, I promise. Okay, who thinks Counting Crows were grunge? Raise your hand right now. One person raised their hand. Two. That's because she thinks you're cute.
favorite scene you filmed.
Okay, now stop petting me.
Okay.
There was about 10, so let me start with number 1. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm getting your humor, finally.
All these years, finally. I always thought you understood.
I almost held your hand just then. That was really weird.
We're just getting closer. Part of Stone was probably my first favorite. I mean, to be honest, anytime I worked was my favorite time. I say that, it sounds like a broken record, but it's the truth. And my character was such a joy to play. They gave me such great stuff all the time. I rarely just had like a walk-on with a few lines and off. Every time I worked, I was part of the B story until Paper Moon, where I was the A story. But specifically, Heart of Stone, when I go to Cisco, pleading to sponsor me to Starfleet. That was just a wonderful scene, and they wrote it so well, and working with Avery, as I mentioned yesterday, was just a joy. The other one was the only time I improvised anything on the show, which was in You're Cordially Invited, where I had to do this dance that was not in the script. Now this
Show us. On that. Show us. Show us.
They all.
Show us. Just get up there. Just pop over here.
I didn't say I wouldn't. Just relax.
Show us. Show us. Show us. Show us. Show us. Show us. Show us the dance. Show us the dance.
I know. I didn't say I wouldn't.
Oh. Sorry, I'm just overly excited.
I know. You're wasting time. You specifically said, I can't waste time, man. We're running out of time. Oh, now I'm wasting time. No, I have to tell the story first.
Oh.
Damn it.
Thank you.
I forgot where I was.
Say the story.
I gotta start all over. This one was Heart of Stone. Okay, so. Thank you. Now stay there for 3 minutes. So you're cordially invited. In the script, hey, can you stop laughing? I'm talking right now. I know you think you're so funny. No, you're more funny. You're more funny. Tell the story! I'm trying, you're wasting time. Like, oh. So the key is to waste enough time where we get cut off right before I do the dance.
So you're doing the dance.
Am I?
Oh yeah.
All right, no, that's fine. That's fine. I've done it many times. And it's a curse and a blessing. So in the script, it didn't say anything about not dancing. It was just a party. And I get my, like I said, the Ferengi usually get her makeup early in the morning. So I got my makeup on, I go into the set, and I'm chilling. I'm like, oh, what a day. I'm getting paid some decent money, I'm working, doing what I love, and I don't have to stress it, I don't have any lines. This became the most stressful day of the 7 years of my life, really. It was a horrible day, yet it bore wonderful fruit. So David Livingston, the director, comes up to me and goes, hey, good morning. How you doing, Aaron? Yeah, you play me, right? Okay. And I go, so at the beginning, no, we already shook hands. Stop touching me, Aaron, stop touching me. And he said, it's a good thing I didn't do that, because that might have been my last episode. And Dave says, so at the top of the scene, it's a party, I want you dancing, so, come up with something. Sure, just come up with something. I didn't say that, I thought that. I looked at him and I go, okay. And inside, I was freaking out. How, and I can't use any expletives, but I would if I could right now, how do I come up with a dance? How does a Ferengi dance? I have no idea. When you get the show, they don't say, here's the encyclopedia of Ferengi, so make sure you read it so you know all the things to do when it comes up on the show. Oh no, nothing whatsoever. It's my job to come up. You must have a tough job signing for me. I'm sorry, I just want to apologize ahead of time. Okay, all the writers came down. I think even the head of Paramount and Moesha came over. Everybody had dance. So I'm standing there and I'm just going, oh my God, I hope this works. Because if he comes to me and says, that's nice. Do you have something else? Yeah, I had nothing else. I don't know what I would have said. I don't have anything else. I'm done. And walked off the set, and Russ would never have let me back in. Russ, the security guard. So, okay, so the dance.
The dance. I think you can
No,
probably.
I'm not gonna.
You're not on the table? Table's good. We're holding it. It's starting. It's starting. Get on the table. Now. Get on the table.
I am not getting on the table.
All right, Paul.
I am not getting on the table.
He's on the table. I'm on the table. We're shaking our...
Yeah, but you can't do it. That's not how it...
All right. Do you want to get in the front of the table? Because you can't...
Oh, why are we making such a big deal there? It'll work out, my friend.
Do it. Show us the
I like that dance.
dance.
Dance. No,
Show us the dance.
I meant that sincerely. I like that dance.
Aaron,
I like
the dance.
The Frankie love dance.
Let's see the dance.
Frankie love dance. So he goes. Everyone's back there, and they're all lined up, and it was the most stressful day of my life. And here we go. Okay, and let's see. Oh, move the table. No, I'm sorry. No. So did you see You're Cordially Invited? Everybody watched that episode? Excellent. So you saw the dance. Great. So anyway. It's like...
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to Deep Space Nine panel. Aron Eisenberg doing his dance. Mr. Alexander Siddig, Julian Bashir, and Nog. They'll be at their table signing. Come on down and talk to them. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great, great con. Happy 50th.
Please exit to your right. Thank you.